Boom. What's the date?
Today
Keep your phone out 'cause you'll have the
is
topics.
the 12th. Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless.
That's a new thing.
This will be for February 13th, 2019 of our Lord.
Yes.
I am one of your hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth.
Big
and
J.
as always, we have...
Cocaine.
Kane Holloway. Oh, man.
Everyone thought that their podcast has stopped. I tricked everybody. It's not even April Fool's Day yet. I'm hyped.
I wish those would have just sprang open.
Oh, that would've been great.
You're on your coffee. I got my 5-hour energy mixed with my Wata.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Kane.
Oh.
Valentine's Day is 2 days away.
Oh, yeah.
Your girl's not here.
No.
She's up in Spokane.
It has just been a jerk fest in this town. Every room in the house.
the jerk fest called. Oh, God. All right.
They're running out of you.
Yeah, Kelsey's up in Spokane, Spokane Comedy Club.
Yes.
And then you're going up Thursday?
I'm going up Thursday.
That is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we're doing a show in Olympia
And
together.
a lot of fucking.
And we're just gonna it's gonna be another jerk fest.
So you're flying to Spokane.
No. I'm flying to Seattle. We're doing Olympia.
Oh, Jesus.
And then as soon as I get off the plane, we're driving to Olympia.
When do you get in?
I get in at like 5.
No, her pussy.
Oh, around 4:45. What up? Down
Jesus
5.
Christ. It's fucking, Kelsey listens to this, she'll be like, I fucking hate Jay.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you'll be at the Underground this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be at the Underground. I don't even know if I'm going to get there because of the fucking snow.
Yeah, I was telling you when I was coming in, I talked to our mutual friend, Tyler Smith.
T-Bones.
The Dope Show producer.
T-Dope.
He hasn't left his house in 4 days because of all the snow. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. It's like the worst in 10 years or some shit.
Yep, I remember when it was pretty bad. I remember back in the day.
Back in my day.
It was funny. I was working at Sleep Country USA when that was still what it was called, and
What's it called now?
I think it's called Sleep Train. And those guys, they were all about workforce. They didn't give a fuck about their employees. I remember one time that my dad was in the hospital. So I was like, hey, man, I just got to call them.
Sorry. I just, the guy that laughs inappropriate times, you're like, I remember my dad was in the hospital. Oh, shit, man.
That's a good one.
You're like, wait.
You're not even listening?
Yeah, what the fuck? Sorry.
But like, I was he went to the hospital, and then I was like, hey, I got to go. My dad's in the hospital. And they go, okay, get a doctor's note. And without even thinking about it, I was like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll get a doctor's note. And I got in my car, and as I was driving, I just kept hearing, doctor's note, doctor's note, doctor's note. So then I walk in, see my dad, and then I go up to the doctor, and as I'm about to ask for a doctor's note, I catch myself, and I'm like, I'm not asking this guy. If I can get a doctor's note.
For my dad.
For my dad.
That I'm visiting.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck that. And I went back to work, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't use my dad as a way to get out of work. Not this time anyway. And they
It would be my grandmother.
Right. And then they were like, okay, we see what you're saying. And then they wrote me up.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Fucking scumbags.
Yeah.
Sleep Train or Country or whatever.
Yeah, they suck. And then and it was snowing one time, so they're like, hey, the snow is getting pretty crazy. Everybody go home. Just go home now. Because we're hoping that the snow should melt and you guys can come to work the next day. And the news was saying that they were going to shut down highways. And so all of the employees are just like, hey, we're not going to come in.
Yeah.
We all collectively came to the conclusion we're not coming in. But they let us go a little too late. So when on the drive home, it looks like The Walking Dead but with snow. All the cars are just.
Is this when people were leaving their cars on the freeway?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that shit?
Dude, I think I was working at Verizon during that time.
Dude, I had my Toyota Tercel that I used to drive to fucking gigs, and the 95 Toyota Tercel, and this thing had bad summer tires.
Oh,
let alone fucking winter tires. And I'm taking the exit up. I'm going up this exit ramp into Puyallup, and I start sliding backwards. And then this guy comes up I put the e-brake on, and I stop sliding, and he goes, "I'll push you." He pushes me up the hill, and then I go
With his car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I go, "Thanks," and then I take the turn. I start going down the hill. I might as well have just let it stay on the exit ramp. I slid the whole fucking way down in a circle, and then I hit a light. I hit a fucking street lamp, and then I left it in a McDonald's parking lot. And then I ran home, and I almost got hit by a car on the run home.
I wonder if this. I remember. I think my old roommate Randy Mangalanden, when I was doing Wing Chun Do. I forget, we were coming on 405 South from like was it Everett Mall, like from that area. 405 South, and we're taking a off ramp that goes towards the old Dragon's Lair Club. So the off ramp goes up. It goes up, and then you take a right. So as we start to go up it, no traction, and I just fucking go off to the right and fucking crash the car.
Right.
I remember driving from Boston to Oregon when I moved back from Boston. This. There's been like probably 5 or 6 times now that I've sold everything I owned except for clothes and like pictures, and then moved cross country at some point. I did that going to Tampa, back from Tampa, going to Boston, back from Boston, going from Seattle to Sacramento. I did that. So I'm driving from Boston to Portland or Seattle, one of them, and I literally everything I own in the world is in my car. It's my grandmother put together this family, I was gonna say yearbook, this family fucking, what is it called?
Photo album?
Yeah, and our history of our family, we're somehow connected to the what is it, the Hatfield McCoy thing?
Oh, really?
Yeah, our family's like part of the McCoys, I guess.
Oh, I would have guessed Hatfields.
Why?
Just because of the H.
Maybe it is. I don't even know. I just know that we're in that. Like our cousins or relatives are related to that. But it has like shit about that. It has Valentine Hollingsworth, the Hollingsworth that came over from Ireland to, I think he went to Delaware in like the 1600s. But it has all this shit, So I have that, my clothes, pictures, all this stuff. And I'm driving through Nebraska. Well, first when I left, I had to stop in New York. I don't know what city, but it was like so bad. I was like, okay, fuck this. I'm just going to stay overnight and hope for the best. I'd rather drive in shit weather during the day than at night, right?
Right.
So made it out of New York. I'm driving through Nebraska, of all places. And as we're driving, there's like signs saying, don't drive. But it's all just flat.
Right.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So I take an off ramp, get something to eat. I get back on. I'm driving, and I'm doing probably 20 miles an hour, maybe. And all of a sudden, starts fishtailing one way, starts fishtailing the other way. And then I do like a fucking 180. Basically, I spin in the middle of the freeway. Luckily, there's nobody around me. I spin to where I'm now sideways on the freeway. If I look to the right, I'm looking at the direction I want to be traveling. And if I look to the left, I see semi coming. And luckily, slowly. And so I'm like, oh, God. And so it's like you want to peel out, but you can't. So You're like, okay. And it's like fucking, oh, God, here we go. 5 miles an hour. Oh, please let me. And luckily, I got straightened out. And then I took the next off ramp. I was like, okay, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't drive. I fucking hate black ice, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Black ice. I hate driving in that shit. And black ice is the fucking terrifying.
Do you ever think that the human beings weren't supposed to inherit the earth, and that we're not actually supposed to be here? Because there's all kinds of stuff that's trying to kill us, and one of them's the weather all the time. Even the smallest thing, which is snow. Snow comes down, builds up, creates black ice on the road that we created. We made those roads, and then the ice was like, yeah, here's a big sheen of ice that you can't see, and then fucking the cars you build to protect you will peel off and fall off a mountain, and you'll die.
Even the best weather. Sun, would you like some cancer? You're fucked either way, dude.
Right.
Oh,
I don't think human beings. I'm rewatching True Detective season 1, and fuck, I've never agreed with somebody more. The main character, Matthew McConaughey, he plays Russ Cole, and it's like a really introspective thing. His dialogue is like he's like the biggest mistake was human consciousness, like being aware of ourselves and then thinking we're something, thinking we're somebody, when really we're just a collective, and that what we should all do is walk hand in hand to oblivion, essentially just like walk into the middle of the ocean and like be happy that we're going into extinction. And I was sitting there going like, yeah, let's do it. This world sucks. Yeah. Let's just take ourselves out.
Did you see the fucking all the shit? Prada, Gucci, and Katy Perry.
No.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Nothing.
Absolutely none. Well, you know, I'm a big fan of Black Twitter.
Certainly.
Yeah, and so, dude, okay. Again, it's February. It's Black History Month.
Yeah.
Fucking Gucci came out with a sweater.
Oh boy.
It's a black sweater that's a turtleneck, but when you pull the black, it's a black sweater that's turtleneck.
Don't do it.
You pull it up to here,
No.
and it has a mouth opening with big red lips. That's Gucci.
Oh my God.
Prada, in one of their display windows, have these little black like figurines, red lips, all this shit. And then Katy Perry have these shoes.
No.
They're like high heel shoes that were, imagine a high heel shoe that's black and has big red lips and like these blue eyes. But dude, so all three of those have been like apologizing, and Black Twitter's on like fuck Gucci, fuck Prada, which I get.
Yeah.
And
we never listened to Katy Perry in the first place.
yeah, exactly. But I'm like, dude, I wonder if these companies just
know
have
what they're
like
doing.
No, if they just have no black people working to just be like, as that's going through the different meetings, like is it just all white executives that are just like, yeah, looks good?
Or maybe they do have, they just don't listen to them. You know, maybe they're just like, guys, this is gonna spark some sort of controversy, or maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe Prada and Gucci know exactly what they're doing.
That'd be so fucking stupid.
The Coke commercial. Did you see the Coke commercial? This is on topic.
No.
So we'll get back
to
to
be a little more vague. The Coke commercial.
So there's a Coke commercial that is trying to sell Coca-Cola during Black History Month.
Okay.
So it shows you the different bottle shape.
Oh my God, I did see this.
The year and what happened.
Yeah, it's like Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
Made,
they don't even say it. They give you the year and a vague description. They don't say who or what. They just and as I'm watching the bottles, I'm like, this is just to sell bottles. So Rosa Parks was sipping on an ice cold, refreshing Coca-Cola when
saw
some
that,
white man told her to get up. Fuck you. And then what I love most about it is that they go 1963. This man decided to march for freedom, and then a time jump all the way to 2008 when Barack Obama was elected president. They haven't done anything from 63 to 2008.
Are you talking about Coke or?
Yeah, Coke.
No, dude, I did see that, and it's so funny because at first I was like, "What fucking Coke?" But I did see that, and I remember it so vividly because I had the same reaction when I was watching it. I was like, "What the fuck do these?" Were you like, was the guy that was like, "Get to the back of the bus, sipping on a Coke"?
Yeah,
dude,
that was the most. I'm like, do you guys? Can't you just put up if you have to watermark your commercial with a Coca-Cola little button at the bottom? Okay, fine, but don't sit there and try to make me think.
Yeah, it's the people aren't stupid. Just like, dude, just be like, you could just have a thing with all these great things, and at the end, just be like Coca-Cola. We support our
Black History Month, our African American brethren, whatever.
Yes.
You don't.
And just leave like that. But to be like, this is our bottle in 1960, this is, dude, it is.
They left out Malcolm X. They left out like all kinds of different things.
Who else? Who else they leave out?
I had his name. The peanut butter guy.
Oh, God.
The guy that created peanut butter.
George Washington Carver?
Yes.
Jesus. Oh man, you're like Bruce Leroy. Fucking Jesus! I love that you're like, I got one. I'm gonna start this,
Yeah.
and then oh god, I've lost it.
Yeah.
Please don't call me out on it, Jay.
Well, look, I'm not considering myself some historian that knows everything we should all know about our history. But I mean,
What?
to have that type of time jump
Oh yeah.
is just insulting.
Oh dude.
I mean, not that I have, like, again, I don't have like an
Dude,
example.
there's so much. I mean, I'm not gonna go down, but I mean, you could have had the women that worked at NASA.
There you go.
Dude. You're just anything
See?
I say. There you go.
Yeah, see, I knew that one. Hidden Figures. Loved that movie.
Yeah, it's just, dude, it's so dumb. I saw this meme today. I don't know who. I'd love to give credit, but some girl posted it, and she was like, "Don't get mad at me. It's not. I didn't write it." And I'm like, "Well, who fucking did? Why are you?" I hate that. It drives me nuts. Like I always. Anytime I post something that is somebody else's thing that's funny, I always try and make sure to give them credit.
Right.
Because as comics, people steal our shit all the time and make memes. Fuck Jerry.
Fuck Jerry.
But she posted this thing and it was so great. It said, white people want to put blackface on everything except Jesus. And I was like, oh, that's fucking great.
That's great.
So true. I texted you a bunch of shit that I wanted to talk about.
Well, before we get to that, I just was like, to go back to like the mishandling of all kinds of things. I was at.
I know it. I'll go ahead. Sorry.
I was at the Haha last night, and I was talking with. I can't remember what it was. This dude was like, "Dude, you hear about this congressman?"
Oh, the blackface.
Yeah, the blackface thing. And they dredged up an old photo, and then the guy he's one guy's in blackface, one guy's in a KKK hood, and he's like doesn't know which one he was. That's what he said, apparently. I don't know the whole story, but this is what I heard through the grapevine, is that he didn't know which one he was, and then he apologized, and then the next day he goes, you know what, I don't recollect this, so it wasn't me, and it didn't happen.
But then since then, he's come back out and said it was him, right?
I don't know.
So do you know the other part of this whole thing?
No.
You only know that part.
Just that part.
Okay. Well, is it in Virginia, is the guy?
I think so.
Okay, so the best part is there's another guy in Virginia that same thing got caught with blackface. They're fucking, I don't, dude. Sean was like, he's like, have you ever been in blackface even as a kid or that? I was like, no, never. He goes, I don't get it. Sean was like, I've never had the desire. He's like, I don't fucking get it.
Here's the thing, not just that guy. It seemed like every year for years, it seemed, especially since Twitter, not just dredging up old pictures of people going out in blackface, but people in this modern day and age at Halloween time going out in blackface. And for some reason, it's like almost always a teacher.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's almost always a teacher. It happens almost every fucking year. And every year someone loses their job and has to apologize. They went from no one knowing what their name was, just the town they lived in and the kids they taught and the people they interacted with, to being fucking worldwide famous because they...
Infamous.
Because they put on... This dude, I'll never forget it. He put on a Michael Jordan jersey, a bald cap, and then blackface. And it's like... Just do the jersey, man.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Just do the jersey.
And the bald cap. Jersey and the bald cap. That's fine.
Whatever. Or fucking go as Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Just don't do blackface. And they do it every year. And every year someone has to, like, the society goes, don't do this. And they still do it.
What I don't understand is, like, especially like a teacher. So you're a teacher. If you're a teacher and you don't know this is a bad idea, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, who are you teaching?
So we'll give the benefit of the doubt that they're a teacher. They should know.
Right.
This is a fucking awful idea. So what is their end game? Are they thinking, I've got just the dopest costume, and I'm gonna commit to it? They're fucking idiots, dude.
I don't understand how you don't like even in Al Jolson's day, people were still like, this is yikes. But you could still do it, but people weren't like all on board. And then it just gradually over time, everyone's just like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
and nobody, I just don't know if they also don't have Twitter, or who didn't tell them that's not a good idea?
Again, you're a teacher.
How do you fucking not know that's not a good idea?
Well, yeah, I mean, dude.
Mind-boggling.
And the congressmen, the two in, I think it's Virginia again, I think both of them did it like when they were in college.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying it's right, but if a kid is fucking 6 years old and he does that because basically his parents do, then his fucking parents are dipshits, and I can't really be like, this kid at 6 years old knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and no one sat him down and was like, look.
Right. But you're in college, or you're a fucking teacher.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I mean, fucking.
Eventually you're going to get to high school where everyone thinks everyone thinks there's someone, and they're going to have an opinion, right?
Yep.
So eventually someone's going to tell you why that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And enough people are going to tell you that. Retain that information and stop doing this. And yet, I guarantee you, we'll see it next Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Or in a future Halloween. We'll see it.
No, we'll see it this Halloween.
Yes. Because I don't get it.
Dude.
Until it gets outlawed.
And then
everyone's going to do it.
Yeah, who was it on the Today Show was saying, or like Good Morning America or something, there was some lady that was saying, I don't want to misquote her, but she like caught shit because she was saying like, she didn't think anything wrong with. I don't know. I gotta see. I don't want to misquote her, but there was somebody.
To do more research.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy that fucking comes out with the hot take on. I don't know all the fucking facts. Right. But speaking about and the other thing, those two the two congressmen, it's fucking Black History Month and it comes out too. I mean, not that if it came out in May, it'd be like, oh, that's cool.
But makes me think whoever found that was just like, I'll wait.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wait.
Finds it around Christmas. Dude, we got to go to press with this. Let's give it a couple months. Do you know how much this shit will blow up then?
Let's wait until he spends millions of dollars on marketing campaigns.
Yeah. Speaking of Black History Month, so I went out to Phoenix this weekend and got out there on Thursday, and our buddy Casey, manager of Stand Up Live and Tempe Improv and CB Live out there in Phoenix, threw me on a show. And at first, he was just like, oh, you'll be out here, so I'll throw you on the show. Great. Awesome, Just always loved doing stand-up. Then I take a look at the show. It's the Black History Month show. What kind of joking? So I'm like,
I saw that poster.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, no, that's I love doing black rooms. All respect.
Sure.
Black History Month, and so I get there and Casey's sick, so he's like, just ask for Bobby Johnson, I believe is the name of the producer of the show, great dude. And he's like, just ask for Bobby. So I go, hey, are you Bobby? And he looks at me, he goes, oh, you're the guy. He goes, Casey told me, huge dude, right? So pulls me to the side and he goes, hey, the headliner might not be able to make it, so I might have you close out. Dude, okay, what your face is doing. So for those that are listening, Kane's eyes just jumped out of his head. Yeah. I was like, excuse me, what? No. And so I said back to him, I go, wait. You want me to close out the Black History Month show? And the audience, I'd say, which it was packed, and Bobby packed out the place. I think it was probably 90 to 95% black. And I was like, you want me to close out the Black History Month show? And again, being the comic side of me, I'm like, all right. And I'm also like, okay, this might be interesting, but I'm always up for a challenge and or a great bombing story.
Yes, right.
So he brings me into the green room and introducing me to all the comics. Now, what I didn't know is I guess most of the comics on the show were pretty green, like newer comics. I didn't know that. I just thought and there was like, not exaggerating, there's probably 10 to 12 comics on the show, all doing like 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And so
that's a long show.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
He's introducing me to everybody in the green room, and one of the comics, I forget his name. Oh, and then he tells them, he's like, yeah, he may be closing out the show. And one of the comics, it was so funny because he was saying something, but he also was trying to be as respectful as possible to me, but he was saying exactly what I was thinking. He goes, wait. He's going to close out the Black History Month show. And I go, yeah, I don't know, man. I was like, I get it. Again, I didn't know that these guys were all new. So everybody's going up, they're doing their sets. And then this one kid, I forget his name. I think it's Pete or something. He's probably like early 20s, white kid. They put up, and he does a joke that he looks like a 12-year-old lesbian or whatever, and he does good, right? And before he goes up, Bobby opens up the show. He's like, "Hey, what's up? Black History Month. Everybody cheers. Everybody, audience is great." He's like, "We got it's Black History. We got nothing but black comics for you on the show." And I'm on the side like, this motherfucker, am I not going up? Or what?
There's two white people.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Peter was originally supposed to be on it, but so as the show's going on, they bring up Peter, and he does great, and then I'm sitting in the back, and then I guess the headliner did show up, so I'm not going to go last, which I was like, thank God.
Whew.
Yeah.
You really dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
This girl that went up before me, she was talking about Peter, and she's like, yeah, we had it's Black History Month. We had a colonizer on the show talking about Peter. And so I was like, oh, great. So the host brings me out, and I was like, colonizer, it's a new one for me. I was like, by the way, we prefer colonizer, not her. Luckily, did good. And there's two white girls in the very front row. So I just shit on them immediately, and the whole audience was on my side. I was like, oh, what's up, snowflakes? And I was like, I think I said something like, you here to get some black dick? And the whole crowd fucking lost their mind. There was a black dude sitting behind him, and I was going into that joke about how black stereotypes, it's awful, that you have the whole big dick thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, are you, I was like, what's your name, brother? I was like, are you with them? Pointing at the white girls. And he was like, immediately, he's like, oh, no. And so I addressed that. I was like, he wouldn't even let me finish. I'm like, you with the white? He's like, fuck no, fuck those white devils. He's like, I'm with this lady back here. But I only did like 7 minutes, but it was so fucking fun, man. I got the tape. I'll show you I was thinking about putting it up, but it's fucking. Oh, and then one lady in the front, like to the left at the front of the stage, is like openly just filming me, and I'm like, please don't film me, please don't, and then keep going. It was like I fucking didn't say anything.
Right. Just
kept filming. I don't want this on there. Please don't film me. And then I'm like, well, I can't really go off on her. It's Black History Month, and I'm a white dude. I can't be like, hey, bitch, turn the fucking camera off, man. So I think she filmed most of my set, so it probably is already on the internet. I don't know. But yeah, there goes your artwork. Kane's great artwork.
Jeez. I was going to plug it at the end.
Which you can go to Scene Red.
Scene Red on Etsy.
On Etsy, Scene Red. No, but it was, again, I think most of the comics were pretty green, except for maybe the guy that closed it out. I don't know how, like one guy didn't even do his time in the middle of his set. The host is standing next to me, and he's like, okay, good night. And the fucking dude's like, oh, fuck, so he has to run back up there. But that show was so fun. Dude, black audiences are the best on both sides of the spectrum.
Right.
If you bomb, it is the best.
Oh, yeah. It's the most silent bombing you'll ever hear. And it's worse than being heckled.
Oh, dude.
It's so much worse because you're just like...
You might hear, in dead silence, you might hear a little...
Yeah. And they know not to heckle because they're like, this will give them ammo. Oh. I don't want this guy to know that I care that much. Whereas a white person will just heckle. Oh, and like it's online. I was opening for Mark Curry at the Parlor, and it was predominantly black, and I was bombing. It was one of those epic black room bombings where they're like, nah, no, don't like them, and they didn't like me the whole
This is online?
time. Yeah. And I'm bombing the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you were consistent.
Yeah. And like I'm like, fuck. And I'm really struggling to try to like do something with this, and I'm hosting, and I'm trying to bring up Ralph, and I want Ralph to have some good energy, but I can't get him. And then this white guy just starts talking to his table, So I'm like,
Wait. Before you even respond, so you're on stage, you're bombing, predominantly black room, white guy starts talking, and were you just like, there's the life preserver?
yeah. It was complete. All of a sudden I was just like in the middle of the ocean, and it's pitch black. I can't see anything, and then a little light.
Yeah.
A little tiny
white light.
and a little. I'm like, yes, maybe they'll have a life preserver. And he goes, I go, hey. I know I'm not doing well, but you guys are doing a lot of talking. What are you talking about? And the guy goes, I was thinking about throwing this chip at you. And he pulls up like a pita chip out of a basket, a shared basket.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, really? And he had a British accent. And I launched into this guy, and now I'm getting everybody back. And I even address it. I go, they hated me.
Yeah.
They hated me until you opened your fucking mouth. I'm like, I'm bringing back race relations, baby. I'm building it up. Like, now I get everybody to stomp you. And then and I just kept going. And then I would ask him questions. It was probably the worst heckle job, like dealing with a heckler, because I would ask him questions, and then he'd go to answer it, and I'd tell him to shut up.
Where are you from? Well, I'm from. Shut up, stupid.
Yeah, I called him a cunt at one point. I mean, I really went after him. I felt like at that point I was bombing, and the amount of anger I had at the audience for just sitting there, not giving me anything, I then bottled it all up.
Oh, yeah.
Shot it out at this guy.
Just fucking redirected it.
Yeah. I just shook up a soda and sprayed it on his face.
Oh, dude, that was when I came out in that show. The first thing I said to the audience, I was like, I promise I'm the last white person on the show. I promise no more white people, you know.
Right.
It's just but it was, I mean, it was so fun, dude. I mean, you know, the Comedy Union here in LA it's one of my favorite places to perform at. I mean, you know, we went there, what was it, last Wednesday or Wednesday before?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, to hear Moore's show. It's just, and fucking, I just love doing that club because it's, the audience is there, the energy there is so fucking amped up, you know, and it is also fun following somebody that maybe didn't do that well, you know. I mean, the show in Tempe, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of anger, which I get, on the lady before me saying colonizers and shit. I was like, this is like a comedy show, right? This isn't fucking. Is this spoken word? Are we?
Well, they didn't do you any favors by going. We have all black comics.
Yeah,
because it's like, well, why are you lying to us,
dude?
Just.
Dude, when he said that, I was sitting next to the host. I was like, is he trying to fucking set me up to just get fucking bombed?
Yeah, this guy doesn't like you. Yeah. There's no way.
He was cool as fuck though when we were in the green room, and it's also, you know, I know because one of the guys knew me from All Def Digital, and that's the credit I had him bring me up as you know, finalist or regular on All Def Digital. But I know a lot of the other comics because I'm not a Phoenix guy. I mean, I have a lot of buddies now out in Phoenix, but I know that these guys were looking at me like, who's this white motherfucker? And why is he on the show? You know, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And so to be able
I feel that way when you're on shows with me.
Yeah. Who is this white motherfucker?
I hate this white motherfucker.
But to be able to, you know, like kind of, again, having that against you, so to speak, and all the shit that was said beforehand. Sorry, we're fixing this art for the video. To have all that shit, you know, said beforehand, and to go up there and again, you know, it's that high wire. You know, am I gonna bomb or
right.
and to rip it? It was so fun, dude. I just say, that was a very fun highlight of the time in Phoenix.
I did a haha last night.
Yes,
and decent crowd, really tight. Super tight.
Now, does Brick host that?
No, not always.
All right. John Brickley was there?
John Brickley produces and I guess sometimes hosts, sometimes does time on his own show. He didn't do it this time, which was surprising. I figured the only reason to have your own show is to constantly be doing time. And
you don't
that's why I would.
Yeah.
But anyway, he apparently, like, this whole fucking, pretty much the whole show, this audience was like, if they laughed at something, it was for, I'll be generous, 25 seconds.
Damn, 25 seconds?
They laugh.
That's a lot.
Okay, maybe I don't know time very well.
I'm like 25 seconds. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, go.
ha 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 ha.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, okay. So I'll say they laugh for like 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Yeah, ha, and then done.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know time very well.
Jesus Christ.
Christ.
You're like, they were like maybe 20 minutes laughing.
It was a nice roll laugh. You know that type of where it doesn't stop? I really hated them. No, yeah, they just were like, they're like, ha, and then cut, and then ha, and then cut. And so you're just like, what the fuck? And I'm dreading go. And then Brickley's like, hey, we're going to put you in the sweet spot. Because I asked him to, because I'm like, I'm getting ready to do my my comedy album in March. And I'm like, trying to get as much time as possible. So he's like, we'll put you in the sweet spot.
You're like, what's that? Another person's show?
Yeah, he's like, they'll be nice and warm for you by the time we'll give you 15 minutes. And then he kept adding comics. We're going to give you like 11 minutes. Another comic comes in. We're going to give you like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm like, oh, God.
We'll get you on the next show.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, all right, it's finally my time to go up. And the last comic before me ended up like really, really ripping it. He finally like opened them up.
Who was it?
Fuck.
Nice way to support Kane.
I've only met him twice. This is the second time I met him.
You're the comic that everybody's like, oh, this guy fucking thinks he's better, doesn't learn people's names. What a piece of shit.
I'm not very good with names.
Oh, and he was black too? What a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Sean?
No, he has
Grant?
a deep voice. And he even says, he's like, one of his jokes, fuck. I went up and shook his hand. And I was like, hey, man, I think we met before. And then we reintroduced ourselves. And I can't fucking remember his name. God damn it.
What's he look like?
He's got a nice beard. He's got a real. He's
Sidney.
No, his
Castillo?
joke. No, his joke goes. My voice. He's got a really deep voice.
Yeah.
And he goes, my joke or my. I'm 5'10", but my voice makes me sound like I'm 6'8", and that's like one of his opening lines. And anyway, fuck. Whatever. Don't do that.
Go ahead.
Well, this story is for naught now. The story stinks.
Go ahead.
The story's bombing.
So this guy that you didn't take the time or effort to learn his name rips it.
Yeah, he does. He does a great job.
And then.
And then it was pretty fun.
You fucking idiot. What's your point of the story?
No, the whole point of the story was bringer shows.
What?
I mean, I was going to make a point about why the audience was tight, but now that I can't remember that guy's name, I feel embarrassed. So I guess we can move on to the next topic.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to fucking find his name, and then we're going to do a...
Are you going to look at the whatchamacallit, the flyer?
You have Grammys. The Grammys.
Did you watch it?
I did not.
Me neither, so that's done.
Okay.
No, it's fucking Childish Gambino won, Cardi B won.
Did he have a new album out, or did he have something
This
come
is
out?
America.
Oh, This is America?
Yeah.
Was that part of an album, or did he just release the one song?
I think it was part of it. I think he won. He was like the first artist to win like something like two things. I don't really follow the Grammys too much, but okay. Did you find him?
Yes, here we go.
Kane's looking it up.
Darius Culpepper.
I don't even know if I met him.
Dude, he's fucking hilarious.
Darius Culpepper.
It's the second time I met the guy. All right? God damn it.
Darius.
I didn't know John's name for like 6 months.
Yeah. John who?
Huh?
Darius Culpepper.
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Never met him.
Yeah, he tried riffing on fucking... They were so tight, he goes up, he tries riffing on the Liam Neeson thing, and they're just like not giving him shit. So he's like, all right, fuck you guys. And then went into his other shit, and he finally like, he's like the one comic that was able to like really open him up. So when I go up there, they go back down. That was the point of the story. They went back down to 0.
Okay.
So I went back down.
So is the story fucking taking this podcast down to 0. Go
All right,
on.
you know what? Never mind.
No, you
The
have to
story's
fucking
over.
finish it now.
It's not important.
I hope it fucking keeps bombing. Go ahead. So it took the
I
energy.
thought it was going to be an okay story. You're the one that derailed it.
By going, oh, the guy that went up before you that crushed,
Like you remember
that you were so impressed with.
everybody's
You don't remember
name.
his fucking
Who
name?
went up before you?
Where?
At fucking Tempe.
Bobby Johnson.
Bobby Johnson. Now you're making shit up.
No, I told you earlier, Bobby Johnson.
What was the name of the host?
His name was, oh God, he
That's
had
what
an
I thought.
African name. But I mean, he didn't go up before me.
Yeah, he did. He introduced you, didn't he? Technically, that means before. Stupid.
God damn it. I think it was Darius Culpepper.
He's got 2 places at
You
once.
had met this guy before, though.
I met him once before. I don't remember.
Oh, so you met him before.
I'm terrible at names.
Jesus. Whatever, Frank. Okay. So are you done with that dumb story?
It's just that there was 2 comics left. One of the comics,
Who was left?
some chick, and then a guy.
Oh my God! Some chick?
Some broad and then a fella. And then the chick gets up and you can tell she's new without even knowing anything about her, because she goes set up, punchline, and then moves the mic around. She's like set up, punchline, and then she'll just position the mic at different parts in her body.
Did she wrap the cord around her hand or loop it?
Yeah. She would punchline, look away, move mic.
Oh.
And so I'm like, oh, she's brand new. And then I look, and it's like little fireflies, and it's a bunch of people videotaping her. All of a sudden, the audience is videotaping her, and then it hits me, oh, they came with her.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's why they've been fucking tight this whole time.
Yeah.
And then she gets off. They got 1 comic left. They all get up and leave.
Oh,
So there's
fuck.
like 5 other ticket holders that stayed for the last guy.
Yikes.
And that was the end of the story. Darius Culpepper is fantastic. Find him online. He's really funny.
Find him for this podcast.
You should.
Anyways,
I bet
all
he'd
right.
be a great guest / co-host
Yeah.
/ regular host.
Just take it over.
Yeah, just take it over.
The Darius Culpepper worth. What?
None of your business. That what?
Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next
All
one.
right, next
Fuck the
subject.
Grammys. I didn't watch the Grammys. I just
Jeremy Piven.
Oh yeah. So, dude, I worked with Piven this weekend.
Yeah.
At this club, and it's and I told him all this. Like going in, I was like, okay.
You don't like him?
I told him that.
Oh shit!
I didn't tell him I didn't like him, but I told him I was like, I'd heard that I didn't say this verbatim, but I had heard that it wasn't good stand up, and I went in preconceived, thinking, oh, this guy's going to be a prick, and he's just doing stand up. He doesn't give a fuck. Nice dude, fucking nicest guy. And the thing, and I told him this multiple times, is I respect that he's very humble in stand-up. Like one of the things he first told us, me and the host, he said, hey, I'm new to this. Mm-hmm. He goes, if I'm doing something that's hacky that I don't know, please let me know. And he was also, and he was like, if you have any tags, anything you think, dude, please, I'm totally open to this. He goes, I haven't been doing this long, so any advice, I defer to you guys. You guys have been doing this, and you guys know it. And dude, so it was a great weekend, and the fucking audience loved him, and it was fucking good. Like I didn't hear his whole set. The stuff I did hear, it was great. Oh. And he did his full 45 minutes. He's only been doing it 14 months.
I would have loved if you went up to him afterwards and you're like, so your opening joke is a buddy of mine's, and you just accused him of being a thief.
Yeah.
You're like, I have writers. Well, your writers are thieves.
Just go, hey, like the part where you go, hey, what's up, everybody? That's cool. But from there on until you say that's my time.
Yeah.
I've heard all that.
I've heard all that before. Even the story about my mom, Mrs. Piven.
Yeah, dude. No, it was fucking
Dorothy
great.
Piven, the whole Dorothy Piven.
He actually does do a joke about his mom.
I bet.
Like she was an actress, and like he goes over lines with her. And
so what?
All right. So what was the next topic? My whole point is Jeremy Piven. I prejudged him, and you shouldn't do that.
And you said to him, "I prejudged you."
I did.
And what did he say?
He said he thanked me for telling him that I respect that he respects the craft of stand up. Oh. He's not just looking for a money grab or whatever. He has the bug. He loves it.
I'm always curious about those guys who start stand up after their acting career.
Yeah.
Or during, because I didn't really think that Jeremy Piven's acting career was waning, but I think he was in some shit. Anyway, I just think it's interesting that they decide to turn, like, bad example, Kramer. It's like the guy was like, I think he was like an improv guy, and then mostly sketch, acting. Like the guy really poured himself into acting, but then he couldn't get a goddamn TV show to save his life after Seinfeld. So he's like, oh, I'll just do what my good buddy Jerry Seinfeld has been doing for years before he even got his
you did
television
stand-up?
show.
What do you do? What was his material like?
You know, it's pretty observational.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What did he observe? Okay, go on. Moving
But
on.
essentially, like that was Michael Richards' next thought was, oh, I'll just do stand-up.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, for like that, I'm like, come on, man.
Well, dude, they say
Fucking Costanza. Almost everybody but Julia Louis-Dreyfus in the cast, or I guess just the other two, the two guys. But fucking he tried to do it, but he would just tell celebrity stories that were like unfunny, but he's really funny on the show. Whatever. I don't get how you can just be like.
it's because stand-up is the lowest respected art form. You know, like
so
you wouldn't
hard.
just go, fuck. You know what? I think I can do like Pearl Jam. I can just fucking do some music. Yeah, or
I can
fucking-
play guitar.
Oh, Jesus.
I can sing. See? Maybe I can be like Pearl Jam.
What's it? What?
Jeremy. I don't know any Pearl Jam
I
songs.
don't either.
Wait. I'm gonna read some Pearl Jam.
Oh, great!
lyrics.
Fucking
This is
please.
gonna be our Kane reads Pearl Jam lyrics.
episode. What was the
segment.
other thing we had on there? We had Jeremy Piven. And what's our time at?
Jeremy
right now?
Pivens.
Pivens. We're good.
Phoenix. Valentine's Day.
We already talked about that at the beginning.
and Toomey bags.
Oh, that's my fucking worthless of the week.
Oh, you want to get into worthless?
We can. I got so many too. The video I'm doing tomorrow
Ooh.
for my worthless of the week.
I'm gonna make a worthless today
You
too.
should, do it. Have it come out tomorrow though.
Maybe I will. And I'll give it to. We should follow our new Instagram handle HWP at HollingsWorthless program.
Yeah, I gotta give you the password for that too.
Yes.
you can post on that. Toomey is for the podcast. That'll be my worthless of the week. The one I show tomorrow. You have to follow us.
Follow us.
Dude, I wanted to get. I'm trying. Dude, I've fucking bought. I think 4 backpacks now, trying to find the perfect backpack. I got this Adidas one that I've been using for fucking 5 years, and it's the one I have here, and it's great and everything. But I want to get a new backpack. I bought fucking this nomadic backpack that was a Kickstarter, and they raised millions of dollars, and I don't know. It was like heavy as fuck, just empty. So I turned that back. I just got this one Hylete, Hylete, and it's a 60-liter backpack, huge. You can unzip the bottom part, and another like 20 liters opens up. You can unzip this, like here. If your backpack is, imagine your backpack on your back, and fucking idiot. I
Great
am.
review. Imagine your backpack is on your backpack.
Oh,
you idiot.
Fuck. All right, so the backpack is on your back. You can unzip it, and it like takes off the majority of the backpack. I don't know how else you would say this. You fuck. I'm going to show you, and then you fucking tell me how you would say it.
Drinking game for every time you say backpack.
Okay, here. Like, where's your fucking... Okay, here's my backpack here. You have to watch the video. If you're listening to this, you got to go look on the video. All right. So here's the fucking backpack, right? On your back. And this fucking Hylete backpack, this part right here, it unzips all the way, and then this detaches, and you just have like a detachable little part that just holds like your laptop, which in theory it sounds great, but then it like doesn't have fucking just the thing is shit, or I don't like it. So I don't know. Fuck. I'm still aggravated that I said fucking imagine your backpack on your back. Fucking idiot I am. Oh God. Go ahead. Give it to me. What?
Your review is just. Your review is as bad as my story.
Yeah, probably.
You're like, it unzips, and then, I mean, it's shit. I mean, I don't like it.
It's just fucking because I don't want to get into it. I want to move on. I'm still mad at the backpack. Imagine a backpack on your back. Okay, hope we can do it. You fucking idiot. Where else would we imagine it? You dumb shit.
Imagine your backpack on your backpack.
Oh, fuck.
And then you're just as you're explaining, it's all hostile, and you can't. You're just like, shit. Well, I don't like it.
Oh, dude.
That was my favorite part. You almost convinced yourself that you do like it. Like you were going through all these emotions.
It's like in theory it's a great idea, but there's not because I didn't want to fucking get into it. But now I guess I gotta. The high elite one, it doesn't have any fucking pockets on the front to store shit. So it's like if you want to get into your laptop shit, it's like you gotta unzip the whole fucking thing and get into it. And see, this is why it was fucking pointless to explain it. It's shit, like I said. So. My whole fucking point of this, I get online to look up backpacks, and Toomey, I guess, is like a brand.
The internet?
What?
To you?
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Wait, what'd you say?
No.
No. Oh, no. This might be my life preserver. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead, Kane.
So you jumped on the internet to me. So the internet was talking to you? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh, dear God. I should just move on.
No.
Toomey. So I get on the internet and I go to the Toomey website, TUMI, because apparently...
BigIrishJ.com.
What?
Say it again. Say it again.
I go to the website.
Yeah, what? What website?
I know what you're doing. TUMI.com. I go there. What? What about it? What about it?
It's shit.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So I go to TUMI.com and because I read that like in Google searches, like they have a bunch of bags and backpacks. The medium price of a backpack on this fucking cunt website is $500 for a fucking backpack. And that's like mid-range is
Right.
$500.
Jesus.
So they have $1,200 backpacks. I mean, it's a fucking backpack. What? I'm like, a backpack should not be over. Honestly, I don't think. I mean, I paid for like $150 for that stupid Nomadic and the fucking high elite. Did it play on elite? You fucks. Ugh. But a backpack shouldn't be over $100.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I agree.
Toomey, BigIrishJ.com is fucking, dude. It's fucking like fucking $700 backpacks.
God, we're in the wrong business. We need to make backpacks.
Well, I'm like, what the fuck?
Imagine we make
Can you live in it? That's a fucking rent.
I know. I'm fucking crying.
Oh, dude. Fucking Toomey. Fuck Toomey. Fuck me. Fuck Toomey.
Fuck you.
So that's my worthless of the week is fucking Toomey and all their stupid fucking $700 backpacks.
That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good.
What do you have?
I'm gonna backpack off of your
Okay, imagine a backpack
on your back.
on your back. Can you do it? Might be difficult.
I don't like
Probably
it.
never seen that before. I don't like it. It's fucking shit.
But you put out one like a few weeks ago where you're like you have the Instagram. The
unfollower things?
You can find out who's unfollowing you and all that shit.
Did you get it?
I tried to get it, but it like tried to upsell me on like if you pay $5.99 a month, we'll show you who's unfollowing. I'm like, I don't.
Mine's free.
I don't understand. Yeah, iPhone's just gouging the shit out of you. So shut up. So I'm just like I have 3 now. Like I manage one with 2 other co-hosts of my other podcast. Well, actually Pod. And so that one's not fully on me, but I have this Seeing Red Art, and then I have my personal one where I promote shows and stuff. And so as I'm doing this thing, I'm more aware of people following me now because I have all these different ones. So when I get a notification, it's one to my. It's so funny to go to see one for my podcast, but not for me. Like the same guy won't follow me, but he'll follow the podcast. It's pretty funny. But so there's that. But then I'm watching these people follow me and then I don't follow them, I don't know them.
Yeah.
And I don't know them to follow them. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna play that social media horseshit game where it's follow me, I'll follow you, and the more followers will control the world. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't have any interest. If you want to follow me.
Yeah, you deleted your Twitter now, too.
Yeah.
You just have Instagram.
Just Instagram. I don't need this shit. So when I'm watching people unfollow, well, yeah. When I'm watching people unfollow me, when I don't follow them, I'm like, that's the only reason you jumped on this thing?
Is to get a follower?
You're picking for the wrong cherry tree.
Fucking yes! You're picking for the wrong cherry tree. Hold on.
I meant to say so many other things.
Fucking no. This is a new saying now. You're picking for the wrong cherry tree.
Picking from.
No, you're picking for the wrong cherry tree.
I'm picking for that particular
Is that like
cherry
you're
tree.
batting for the wrong team? You're picking for the wrong cherry tree? You fucking yes.
I'm standing by it. That's what I meant to say.
That and the backpack. So imagine a backpack on your back.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be picking from the wrong cherry tree, though.
For the wrong cherry tree.
Yeah, for the wrong
I'm over here at this cherry tree orchard. Is that what they're called? Oh. And I'm picking for that particular one. I'm rooting for it.
Cherries, do they come on trees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cherry tree.
Okay.
Do they? No, I don't know. Hold on. Cereal help.
I mean, you could say you like strawberry tree. You could say anything. Grape tree.
Cherry tree.
Yeah, I think that is a thing.
I can help you find a place if you turn on location search.
Oh, God, dude.
Cool.
People watching or listening to this right now are like, these are two of the dumbest fucking idiots.
They're not wrong. They're absolutely not wrong. But I don't fucking I don't mind the social media game that goes along with what you or Tahir or Kev on stage or Nate Jackson do, where you're like, I'm posting every day. I got these videos. I'm doing. It looks exhausting. And I tried to conjure up an idea where I would have something where I would post every day and kind of do the same thing you guys are doing. But in my heart, I just can't do it.
Oh, no, dude. It's fucking... I mean, I will vent to Kev sometimes, and he'll be like, I get it. And you'll also sit there. I mean, it's interesting doing these interviews with them for the Aska podcast, the askashow.com. Mm-hmm. Like when we interviewed the YouTube star and the social media star or whatever, and Kev, we're all talking about like, you know, there's certain days you feel like, man, I don't feel like being funny today, or just, but then they say like it starts getting in their head like, oh God, like I feel like I'll lose people just one day, I'll lose, and it is like that is in your head, like, yeah, it's like I have a thing right now that I'm like, okay, I have a video I want to talk about this magician, but I gotta, you know, you have to sit there, you have to edit it. Basically, my process, like for this one video, because it's a long video, I had to download it because I had to download it off YouTube, and I can't do that on my phone with the audio, without the audio messing up. So had to download it to my laptop. Then I had to plug my phone into my computer, transfer it from my laptop to my phone. Then I have to take the video because it's too long, cut it down to size. Then I have to put it in Kane Master, which is the name of the program I use, and then I have to edit it and comment, and then I have to fucking upload it. Yeah, so it's annoying, but I mean, it's just, again, like you got to do it. You know, that's what I keep saying is just like, I got to do it. I got to do it.
You got to do it, and I can understand that, because especially running in the circles of Kev and Tahir, where that's what they do. That's how they.
And Tony Baker.
Baker. And fuck, dude, the amount, like, anytime I see Nate post a fucking, I'm like, there's actors involved, there's a script, there's multi-camera shooting. Like, that's a fucking process. Yeah. And I don't have that mindset to perform like that. I look at it the same way I do improv, where it's like, I don't have that skill. I respect it if you're good at it and you know what you're doing. I just don't have that skill. So when people follow me, this is what you're getting. This guy, the funny things I think of, I'm not gonna. I don't feel like doing that extra stuff. And if that's what you came for, then fuck it. Yeah, unfollow me. But the fact that I just keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. kind of like sitting in this just like one number. I'm like, I just, it boggles my mind how people follow.
Well, dude,
and not you guys doing your thing. The following process. Get it? Okay, I'll follow this guy because obviously, look at his numbers. He'll follow me back, and then I don't. So they're like, fuck him, and then they unfollow me. It's just like I would like to rather. I want to grow an organic following. Yeah. And this fucking, I'm not following you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry,
dude. And it's like, and the other thing too, like Kev talked about it. Like you know, you'll do a video, and in your head you're like, this thing is going to be huge. And he said, and then it'll get nothing. And then you'll do one just like, oh, I got to do one today, so let me throw this up. And he says, and then that will go viral. And you're like, what the? Like, do you know Trevor Wallace? Mm-mm. He's got this, dude, he did a video like with ear pods. And like, I think it's like listening and rich or something. I forget the thing, but he did this whole thing like, you know, like, oh, I remember when I used to have cords and stuff, like just being like, if you have ear pods, you're fucking stuck up cunt or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Did this video, went fucking viral. Now he just passed 100,000 followers on Instagram. And I think it's like, I mean, he keeps doing consistent videos and shit, and he does like that thing where like he'll do sketches and shit on his YouTube, and I saw the camera that he was using and everything. And shout out to Trevor Wallace, very funny, follow him. And I'm like, good for him. It's like, it's crazy, like that one thing can just, you know, overnight, literally, you know, flip you. Like I think since I started this January 1st, I think I've gained about 400 followers or 450, I think, you know, and which is, you know, like in the grand scheme of things, like I just keep seeing Kev's numbers go up on Instagram. I think he's added like, I think like 50,000 in the last 2 months.
Dude, Kev is a fucking worker.
Yeah,
like,
he's a worker.
He's a fucking worker, dude. You're a worker. He'll rise fast. But he posted a blooper video.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
I was exhausted for
Oh
him.
yeah.
As he's like, my wife posted it. So my wife posted the other day. My wife posted, and he's like, does he curse in his regular life?
No.
Because it's so funny to watch him go, God bless it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't curse at all.
No.
I'm like, man, not even when you're,
even
when you mess up, but he over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I would have quit.
Yeah, dude. And then he like I think Tahir was talking about this too. Like if they're going out on the road, like let's say he's got to leave tomorrow at 5 a.m. and he knows he's going to be traveling and all this. So then the night before he'll get his video, and I'm like, that's the other thing too. Is like a lot of times I'm like, how do you? It's like there's not enough hours in the day. Like Kev gets up early and works out at like 6 a.m. Yeah. So. I mean, his day today will consist of, he's probably got up this morning, went to the gym. I went to the gym. Shout out to me. But he already went to the gym. I'm sure he's going to do a couple of videos. He's probably doing those or preparing them right now. And then we're filming Aska. We're doing episodes from 2 p.m. until like 8 p.m. tonight. You know, and then within that also, I'm sure he'll be working on stuff with his tour and all that stuff. And, yeah, like yesterday, I got back from Phoenix on, what was yesterday, Monday? I got back from Phoenix on Sunday, and I was just, so yesterday, I really just was dead. Yeah. I called you, we were going to do this yesterday, and I was like, dude, I got to do laundry, which I still haven't done. I'm going to do it over at Kev's, and then I had some other stuff I had to do, and I just was like, oh, God, I don't want to do anything today, you know? So
yeah. I had that on Sunday. I was like, I couldn't. I had shows, and I was podcasting and making videos and stuff. And the thing I do, like the thing I found that I really like is
anal.
Yeah, and giving it to me.
Yeah,
this strong fella. But I really like. So on Well Actually, I'll cut together little moments, and I'm going to do it for HollingsWorthless too. I'll cut together little moments with like clips and GIFs and stuff to put. I really like doing that.
Yeah.
And if that catches on, I'll be happy with that. Filming myself reacting, I think I get more in my head being funny when I have like the camera position on me and it's just me going off of that thing. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Where I'm just like, okay, here's what I think is funny. I have no other validation but myself. Like, no one else is going to be...
That feels weird to you?
Yeah, it feels very odd.
Oh, dude.
Because I'm used to this, or I'm used to... I'm used to
now. Okay, imagine how you feel doing that. Now imagine talking to a camera and fucking just standing in your living room getting a video ready. Which that's what I was saying. Like the first couple, I would tell Kev, I was like, "Well, I did my stupid video today," and he said, he goes, "You're gonna feel weird the first few ones. You're gonna feel weird, but then you'll get in the rhythm." Which now, I did one the other day in front of Sean. I was like, hold on, I gotta record this. And the first time I'd have been like, "Can you go in the other room?"
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, let me bust it out.
Yeah, I did a solo. I haven't done a solo episode in a long time, but I saw Glass.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to talk about how much Oh yeah, we saw Glass.
Yeah.
And I was like, I try to talk about it on the Nerd podcast, but fucking Tommy doesn't watch anything. So I was like, I have to talk about this, the ending. So I like go through and then Kelsey comes home, and since I've been podcasting for so long now. Yeah, you're right. Before I would have been like, let me pause it. Hey, baby, mind put some earbud. But I'm in mid rant.
Oh yeah.
And I could give a shit what she thinks if it's funny or not. And so yeah. But I guess like I'd have to get into the rhythm. But I just can't. I think also my worthless is me a little bit because I just can't picture myself doing it right now.
Oh, dude,
it just looks so tiring. It just looks like I wouldn't be able to hang.
Well, the other thing too is that I've noticed from again, it's like I've said before, I'm learning from Kev on this social media stuff, and it's not like he goes, okay, today in class we're going to do this, but I mean, just from observing and watching, and just watch. One thing, like those rants and everything, where it's just you or whatever. Like your fans, let's say you have, how many people do you have following you?
It varies.
Okay, I mean, what's...
It's between 859 and 851.
You don't even have 1,000? Jesus. Peasant. No.
I know.
Okay, let's say you have 1,000, right? So let's say you have 1,000
why
followers.
Why can't we just do on mine?
What's up?
Why can't we just go from the number I gave you?
Okay, 850. You have fucking...
855.
Yeah.
Let's double check right now.
I hope it fucking has gone down.
It would be great if it was
God,
at
what if you lost like 100?
That would be amazing.
Great.
Part of me wants to lose them all. So I can just be like, all right,
just
I guess
delete your Instagram.
Yeah, and be done with it. 855.
Great.
I follow 256.
Okay, 855.
I have 1,300.
Cool.
24 posts.
855. So my point was, you fuck, is so Kev has, I think, fucking like 700,000, right?
Sure.
The thing is, like, and those are his fans. These aren't like fake followers. Those are his fans. So you have 855 fans, right? Let's say 855 people that they follow you because they like Kane, right?
Sure.
So, you may feel like, fucking, who gives a shit, or, what am I doing this for? But those, knowing from like Kev, people love Kev and they like to hear his takes on shit. So those 855 will like your takes on shit. So you have to think of it that way. So even if it is just a rant or whatever,
right,
they'll like it. Even if it is, you're picking from the wrong cherry or for the wrong cherry tree. I
did get quite a bit picking for the wrong cherry tree. I did post about how Tommy didn't like Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
On my Instagram.
Never seen it.
I don't think you don't like animated shows.
I mean, I like shit when I see it, but I've never been like South Park. Every time I watch South Park, I'm like, oh, that's really funny. But I've never been like, I got to watch this next episode, or I got to watch these episodes. Simpsons. My dad loves The Simpsons. I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of The Simpsons or Family Guy, like sat down and watched an episode beginning to end.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There are people out there like that.
But I mean, I like them when I've seen them,
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, I did rant about how Tommy didn't like anything, and I did get a bunch of responses from that where people are like, yeah, Tommy's a fool. The show's amazing. Yeah. And so I guess so. But I'd have to be fired up like that all the time about something.
Just always angry, have an ulcer.
All right, so today, guys.
Yeah. I might do might start doing a hoity-toity Tuesdays.
Hoity-toity Tuesdays.
And then we'll have the worthless of the worthless Wednesdays.
What are you, hoity-toity?
Hoity-toity Tuesday.
Hoity-toity Tuesday. Do we have our Patreon set up?
Yeah, but it's set up, but it doesn't have the. So you know what? That's going to be my things to do to get it completed.
Get it done
by the next episode.
Okay. Get the Patreon.
I think
going.
it's at patreon.com/BigIrishJ.
We got a
but-
couple of great Patreon things coming.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it. So we're
You
going
wanna
to have
talk about the tiers.
yes,
Yes.
that we have for not being famous.
God.
No, we're gonna have like, and starting on the next episode, we're gonna do movie reviews. And we haven't figured out if that'll be like a separate, its own thing,
Right.
But or it'll just be on the HollingsWorthless. But we're gonna have a tier where you pick the movie and Kane and I will review it, but we'll give you the honest review.
Yeah.
Our honest review. We won't just be like, you pick a movie and we'll tell you that it's awesome just because you picked it. Like if we think it's shit, we're
Yeah.
gonna tell you it's shit.
Yeah, that'll be my favorite thing too.
Yeah.
Because I'm always asking people for their fucking recommendations.
Yeah.
And I really and I love to. That's the thing I tell about like Kelsey won't go to the movies with me unless she really wants to see something, and I'm like, you don't get any joy on ripping on a movie.
I know,
There's
that's
nothing more fun.
I was telling somebody about that. Like I said, I was saying just that I love going to the movies, and I'm like, I said, my buddy Kane and I, you can say this is 2 hours of the worst thing you'll ever see, and I'll be like, dope, let's
We're gonna go see it because then we can make fun of it and throw stuff at the screen, and then when it's over, give it a standing ovation.
Yeah. We've turned audiences on shit movies.
Yeah.
That they enjoy it because of our fucking comments.
Yeah, we'll and so that'll be one of the tiers. You suggest a movie, we review it. It's pretty much a shout out to you, and then we also got a bunch of shirts.
Yeah.
That'll be available.
We're gonna have an insane tier that nobody will do.
Yes.
That if you do it, then you'll get flown out and put up and then be on the podcast.
Yeah.
But it's one of those ones that we're gonna put it at like something that nobody will do it.
Like thousands.
Yeah.
But like we got worthless shirts coming.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think. Yeah, we should because I put together that one that says worthy, and I'm wondering how many people want to wear a shirt that just says worthless.
I think it's great. I think it also stands all by itself, worthless.
Yeah.
Like it just like people are like, what is like? Oh, that guy's worthless, and then like look closer.
Just
Like,
worthless with an arrow pointing like next to me. No.
I'm with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like worthless shirt. The one you put up, the one you showed me, is fucking great. Plus, we got another couple of cool ones that I'm really excited about.
Hoity-toity one.
Hoity-toity. What are you fucking hoity-toity?
But we'll have more details on the next podcast. And yeah. So what was your worthless? It's just those people in
The
general.
people that follow, then unfollow,
Yeah,
unfollow,
fucking-
and unfollow. Because I'm just watching my numbers go,
fucking
and then
hate it.
shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
And in your app doesn't work. My app works, so I can see like this person unfollowed me. This person, I'll go to there and I'll be like, "You fucking piece of shit."
Yeah.
I want to comment, be like, "You fucking scumbag." But
I've never had it before. So I accidentally unfollowed Jacob Givens, and he has that app. So then he hits me up and he's like, "Did I do something wrong?" And I'm like, "Why? What happened?"
That's hilarious.
He's like, "You unfollowed me." I'm like, "Oh, Givens, I didn't mean to unfollow you. I just went on my. I don't like having my feed fucking jammed up with so much shit. Like
Yeah.
if I want to follow what I want to follow, and so when I have too much, I was just like, there's a bunch of people on here I either don't know, never interact with, or I don't actually genuinely want to follow. So I just went on an unfollow tear, and Givens got caught in the crossfire.
Oh, poor Givens. All right, I think that's good. What else do we? Oh, our plugs. What do you got coming up?
I'm gonna be in at the Comedy Underground this Valentine's Day weekend, Friday and Saturday. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and then come back. Oh no, I actually have one Sunday, and then come back Monday. And
Sunday
then,
at the Underground too.
Sunday at the Underground.
Nice.
And then March 8th through March 8th and 9th. Let me pull this back up.
Great.
Sorry. March 8th and 9th, I'm going to be at Looney's Comedy Corner
Dope.
in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'll be with Jubal Flag. And then March 24th, Sunday, 2 shows at the Ice House Comedy Club for my album recording.
I'll be there.
Yes, he will.
If you're listening to this today on Wednesday, I am at Stand Up Live in Phoenix. Diva Danielle found out she has stage 4 cancer, and we're doing a fundraiser to help pay for some of her bills. You know, anything you can do. If you're in Phoenix, Tempe, Mesa, Scottsdale, greater Arizona area, Stand Up Live, 7 p.m., standuplive.com, Diva Danielle. as far as other shows, I know I have some stuff this weekend, but my phone's recording this video, so I can't look at it. So just go to bigirishj.com and click the shows link. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and if you're interested in any of my art, I do all kinds of, it's called Seeing Red art. I use only pencil, red ink, and black ink to recreate. I did Jay, nice big clover, and he's Big Red Jay. I turn any picture, this is from a photo shoot, your big green fucking Celtics.
And instead of it saying Celtics, it says cocaine.
Cocaine. I did all kinds. I turned a guy into Mad Max. I got, it's all on at Seeing Red on Instagram, at Seeing Red Art on Instagram, and then Etsy.com/shop/Seeing Red Art.
And I'm going to add one other thing. We want to do new art for the cover of for the show Hollingsworthless. If you guys have any ideas, suggestions, tweet it at us or Instagram it at us, since Kane only has Instagram, or Facebook. I'm on all of them. Big Irish J on all of them. You're at Kane Holloway at all of them. And I mean, you just keep deleting them. Eventually, you'll just have one fucking thing.
That's true.
No, but yeah. So we gotta figure out what we're gonna do for the new podcast art. You know,
Yes.
since we're committed to this.
We're committed to bringing you guys the utmost professionalism and picking for the wrong cherry tree. Imagine a backpack on your back.
Imagine listening to a podcast. Oh God.
Imagine watching one on YouTube.
All right, that's good. Ready?
Yes. No, wait.
Oh,
Wait, yes.
make sure you rate and review. Listen to the little message that comes right
Yeah.
after this. And
Wait. Okay, go.
I'm just gonna have that be the video of you going like. Now listen to this. If a person fucking listens to this till the end, you deserve a prize. Your prize is to go to iTunes and rate or review this podcast. Give it 5 stars, you motherfuckers. Fucking say something nice. Oh, you fucks. I'm dying right now. You motherfuckers. I've been doing this fucking piece of shit for 5 years. I'm averaging about 2 fucking reviews a year. Go fucking write some, you motherfuckers. Oh, fuck.
That is the realest I've ever heard you.
God.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?